G'day mate, welcome to Australia. Welcome to our channel. Today, we're taking you on an exciting journey, a trip to the land of sunshine, koalas and shrimp on the Barbie, which, by the way, they actually just call shrimp. That's right, we're heading to Australia. Get ready to explore the top must-visit places this incredible country has to offer. From iconic landmarks to natural wonders, Australia is a land of diverse beauty and adventure. I'm talking stunning beaches, vibrant cities, ancient rainforests, and wildlife you won't believe. So what are you waiting for? Grab your passport, slather on some sunscreen, and I mean a lot, the Australian sun is no joke. And let's get started. First stop, Sydney. And of course, no trip to Sydney is complete without a visit to its most iconic landmark, the Sydney Opera House. Now, even if opera isn't really your thing, trust me, this place is breathtaking. I mean, have you ever seen a building that looks like giant white seashells all clustered together? It's like something out of a Dr. Seuss book, but in the best way possible. The architecture is truly one of a kind. But the Sydney Opera House isn't just a pretty face. It's actually a world-renowned performing arts center. They've got everything from opera and ballet to theater and even rock concerts. Imagine seeing your favorite band with that stunning harbor view as the backdrop. And speaking of the harbor, the location of the Opera House is just incredible. Right on the water's edge, you can get some amazing photos and just soak in the vibrant atmosphere. Trust me, you'll want to have your camera ready. So whether you're a culture vulture or just appreciate a good photo op, the Sydney Opera House is a must-see. Next up, we're heading to the coast to experience one of the natural wonders of the world, the Great Barrier Reef. And let me tell you, it's even more amazing in person than in pictures. Imagine this, you're diving into crystal clear water, surrounded by thousands of colorful fish, graceful sea turtles, and the most incredible coral formations you've ever seen. It's like swimming in a giant living kaleidoscope. Whether you're a seasoned scuba diver or prefer to snorkel, the Great Barrier Reef offers an unforgettable underwater adventure. You might even spot Nemo and Dory hanging out amongst the anemones. But it's not just the marine life that's impressive. The sheer size of the reef is mind-blowing. It's so big you can actually see it from space. Just remember, this natural treasure is facing threats from climate change, so it's more important than ever to visit responsibly and support conservation efforts. Now we're heading inland to the heart of Australia, to a place of profound spiritual significance, Uluru, also known as Ayers Rock. Now, I've been lucky enough to visit Uluru, and let me tell you, photos simply don't do it justice. This massive sandstone monolith seems to rise up out of the desert, changing color with the light throughout the day. At sunrise and sunset, it glows a fiery red that will take your breath away. But Uluru is more than just a geological wonder. For the Anangu people, the traditional owners of the land, it's a sacred site, a place of deep spiritual connection that has been passed down through generations. When you visit Uluru, take some time to learn about its cultural importance, listen to the stories of the Anangu people, and show your respect for this ancient and sacred land. It's an experience that will stay with you long after you've left. Oh, and don't forget to look up at night. The stars out there are incredible, with no city lights to dim their sparkle. Chapter 4, Bondi Beach, Sun, Sand, and Surfs Up. Let's be honest, no trip to Australia is complete without a visit to the beach. And when it comes to beaches, Bondi Beach is about as iconic as it gets. Imagine golden sand, turquoise water, and surfers catching waves in the distance. It's the quintessential Aussie beach experience. Whether you want to soak up the sun, take a dip in the ocean, or try your hand at surfing, they offer lessons for beginners. Bondi Beach has something for everyone. And the best part? It's just a short hop from Sydney. You can easily spend a day, or even just an afternoon, enjoying the laid-back vibes and beachy atmosphere. Oh, and be sure to grab a coffee or a bite to eat at one of the many cafes and restaurants lining the beach. Just try not to spill any on your swimsuit. Chapter 5. Daintree Rainforest, where the jungle meets the reef. Get ready for a wild adventure as we head north to the Daintree Rainforest, one of the oldest and most biodiverse rainforests on the planet. Imagine lush greenery as far as the eye can see, towering trees draped in vines, and the sounds of exotic birdsong filling the air. It's like stepping back in time to a prehistoric world. And speaking of prehistoric, keep an eye out for the cassowary, a large, flightless bird that looks like it walked straight out of the Jurassic era. They're pretty rare, but spotting one in the wild is an experience you won't forget. The Daintree is also home to a dazzling array of other wildlife, from colorful parrots and tree kangaroos to crocodiles lurking in the rivers. So be sure to bring your binoculars and your sense of adventure. And here's the really cool part. The Daintree rainforest actually meets the Great Barrier Reef, creating a truly unique ecosystem where two World Heritage Sites collide. How cool is that? Chapter 6. Melbourne, where the coffee is strong and the culture is vibrant. Next up, we're heading south to the cultural capital of Australia, Melbourne. Now, I'm a big coffee fan, and Melbourne is known for having some of the best coffee in the world. Seriously, it's like an art form here. But Melbourne is much more than just coffee, though that's a good start. It's a city bursting with creativity, from its street art and hidden laneways to its world-class museums and theaters. Spend an afternoon exploring the vibrant street art scene, with colorful murals and graffiti adorning buildings and alleyways. You never know what hidden gems you might discover. Catch a show in one of the many theaters, from intimate performance spaces to grand Victorian-era theaters. Melbourne's theater scene is second to none. And of course, no trip to Melbourne is complete without experiencing its famous laneway culture. These hidden alleyways are home to some of the city's best cafes, restaurants, and boutiques. It's like a treasure hunt for foodies and shoppers. Get ready for a road trip because we're hitting the Great Ocean Road, one of the most scenic drives in the world. And the highlight of this epic journey, the 12 Apostles. Imagine towering limestone stacks rising dramatically out of the Southern Ocean, carved by centuries of wind and waves. It's a truly awe-inspiring sight. Now, despite their name, there are actually only 8 apostles left standing today. But hey, who's counting? The remaining formations are still an incredible sight to behold. The best time to visit is at sunrise or sunset, when the light casts a golden glow on the cliffs and the ocean. Trust me, it's a photographer's dream. And while you're in the area, be sure to explore the rest of the Great Ocean Road. You'll be treated to stunning coastal views, charming seaside towns, and maybe even spot some whales migrating offshore. Next up, we're hopping over to Kangaroo Island, a wildlife lover's paradise. And yes, as the name suggests, you will see kangaroos, lots of them. But Kangaroo Island is much more than just kangaroos, though they are pretty adorable. It's home to a diverse range of wildlife, from sea lions basking on the beach to koalas snoozing in the eucalyptus trees. Take a walk along the beach and you might be lucky enough to spot a colony of penguins waddling ashore after a day of fishing. Just try not to get in their way, they can be a bit grumpy. Head inland and you'll find yourself surrounded by rolling hills, vineyards, and stunning natural landscapes. It's a nature lover's dream come true. And don't forget to sample the local produce. Kangaroo Island is known for its fresh seafood, delicious cheeses, and award-winning wines. Get ready to be wowed by the Blue Mountains, a UNESCO World Heritage Site just a short drive from Sydney. And yes, they really are blue. The blue haze that gives the mountains their name is actually caused by the eucalyptus trees. The oil released from the leaves creates a fine mist that hangs in the air, giving the mountains their distinctive blue hue. But the real draw of the Blue Mountains is the breathtaking views. Imagine towering sandstone cliffs, cascading waterfalls, and dense eucalyptus forests stretching as far as the eye can see. It's like stepping into another world. Take a hike through the mountains, challenge yourself with a rock climb, or simply relax and soak in the stunning views. There's something for everyone in the Blue Mountains, and if you're feeling brave, take a ride on the Scenic World Cable Car, which offers breathtaking views of the Three Sisters rock formation. Just don't look down if you're afraid of heights. Last but not least, we're heading south to the island state of Tasmania, often called the island at the end of the world. And trust me, it's worth the journey. Tasmania is a land of rugged beauty, with pristine wilderness, dramatic coastlines, and charming historic towns. It's like stepping back in time. Explore Freycinet National Park, home to the iconic Wineglass Bay, with its pink granite peaks, white sand beaches, and crystal clear water. It's a sight you won't soon forget. Go hiking in Cradle Mountain Lake St. Clair National Park, where you can challenge yourself with multi-day hikes and be rewarded with stunning views of Cradle Mountain reflected in Dove Lake. And don't forget to indulge in the local delicacies. Tasmania is known for its fresh seafood, artisan cheeses, and of course, its world-class wines. Well, that's a wrap on our whirlwind tour of Australia. From the iconic Sydney Opera House to the rugged beauty of Tasmania, this country has something for everyone. I hope this video has inspired you to add Australia to your travel bucket list. It's a land of adventure, natural beauty, and friendly people. Just don't forget to pack your sense of adventure and your sunscreen. Thanks for joining us on this virtual tour of Australia's top must-visit places. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe for more travel inspiration. See you in the next video.